Hey guys, welcome to Underdark, for Nerds, by Nerds. I'm Ted, hanging out with some of the crew here.
Dave.
Nate.
And today we're going to do a monster BFF, Chuuls and Nothics. So, Chuul is found on...
I got Chuuls in the monster manual on page 40.
And your Nothic is found on 236.
Okay, so basically, monster BFFs, we take two kind of monsters that may or may not normally work together, and we figure out how to make it work.
These ones work together.
So the great part about these things is, number one, they're both evil, they're both aberrations, they both seek magic, and they both have a cool detect sense.
So they belong pretty much in the same club.
Basically. So your Nothic has got true sight. So he can see everything as it's supposed to be out to 120 feet, which is just awesome in and of itself. And the Chuuls
have the ability to actually sense magic, so they can sniff it out like a bloodhound.
So,
I was thinking of one of those hogs that looks up truffles, the truffle pigs.
Right.
Truffle pigs.
Yeah, they like hunt and root around for it.
So you've got these strange Nothics, which are essentially, according to this story, a arcane spellcaster who died in a place of a lot of magic, possibly by a Chuul. And you got Chuuls, who are the servants of aboleths of ages gone by, and they were told, well, go sniff out magical things for us. Well, the aboleths aren't in charge anymore, but the Chuuls still think, well,
they still do their job.
I still got to do this job. So they find, basically anything of value, and they store it in their little hidey hole.
And they also kill explorers, like it's part of the deal, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I like the idea of a mage finds this place of these ruins with magic art, antiquities, and artifacts. But the problem is it's guarded by Chuuls. And he gets murdered by Chuuls and then comes back as a Nothic.
Right.
I love that concept. Let's roll with it.
Yeah.
So said explorer comes, said explorer gets exterminated, said explorer stuff gets buried. The Chuul has technically did its job, but then the thing rises up as another aberration, as a Nothic, and now the Chuul doesn't know what to do because it's already basically it's
I've already killed it.
This thing is definitely not an explorer.
It's completed its prime directives, right? So in some weird way, the Nothic bonds with its murderer, in essence, right? And now we have a Nothic who's convinced the Chuul to leave to go to other places because the Nothic, they always seek out places of magic. This place has probably got magic in it, but for some reason it maybe it wants to move on and find other places as well. Maybe it keeps trying to find different ones to visit. Well, now it does it astride a Chuul, which is pretty cool. Nothics are medium, Chuuls are large. So now we have a mounted Nothic on a Chuul. And
how terrifying would that be for your
beams
players?
of doom.
You've got this, aberration pair, and oh my word.
Yeah, well, and the Chuul is totally amphibious, right? So it has a swim and a swim speed in addition to a regular speed. So from land or sea, the Nothic can go kind of do its thing.
The Nothic Marine.
Right.
Or what about a whole cavalry of Nothic Chuuls?
That would be pretty scary.
Now that would be terrifying. What if you came up with a story, like if you wanted to make a more difficult encounter, where maybe there's the Magnificent Seven of mages or Sinister Six of mages or whatever get together. They all get murdered. They all come back as Nothics, and they all end up with Chuuls as the other mounts or servants. And maybe they could be even like serving a greater power, like an aboleth or an illithid or a beholder.
All right, I'm gonna go off tangent for just a moment here. Let's reach back through the editions and go into 3rd edition and pull out that template of the Taric creature. What happens if you put Nothic's top on the Chuuls.
Ted, I'm going to beat you to death with the book. The templates have pretty much gone away. The ridiculousness is over. It's enough to have a Nothic ride a Chuul. Actually, I think the Nothic ride a Chuul is actually cooler anyway.
Yeah, and you get double the action. So action economy. This thing is a killer combo.
Just throwing that out there. But go ahead.
You couldn't resist.
I couldn't.
So
I can't resist either. Oh, God.
Can't we all just get along?
No.
I would say that Sinister Six kind of concept, I like that. It was an old aboleth area where it's like ancient ruins, and you have the Chuuls all basically getting their own Nothic pair off as more and more of these people come down. You know, regular warriors and stuff, they just die. But you know, we've got the wizards are rising again due to some kind of strange magic. Maybe even because they're aberrations. Maybe even an ancient aboleth artifact that can have this occur.
Ooh, I like that. What if it's an intelligent artifact, which is actually the real bad guy?
Oh, I really like that.
You know, like, you know, this dark gem or some kind of gem that emanates these weird radiation or magics, and it's the reason why the Chuuls ignore the Nothics once they're raised up as Nothics, and creates a bond between them. You know, and Chuuls are just slightly smarter than animals. Mm-hmm. They're about as smart as a paladin's warhorse. You know, so I like the idea of this, like these dark. I want to say dark riders, but they're not. They're more like weird riders. You know, for you to terrorize your campaign with. It's like it could be this weird aberration version of the Nazgul.
Oh yeah.
And,
too bad Chuuls don't fly.
Yeah, but they swim.
Oh yeah, swim. That's good. Port cities and stuff like that. Port villages.
I mean, you could have them fly if you wanted to. They would look cool with bug wings.
Oh yeah.
You know, like some dragonfly wings or something. And they could hover or whatever.
Somehow I'm thinking this might be a threat in the Underdark.
Yeah, this ancient city happened to be buried in the Underdark somewhere.
Isn't everything truly horrible from the Underdark?
Yeah, this is horrible enough to be from the Underdark.
So,
what if this ancient artifact is in a golem or something like that? A golem? I think that would be cool.
So it can move around?
Yeah. Like.
Or are you talking about the little guy that used to be a hobbit?
No. The giant monstrosity made out of stuff thing, like
Iron
a
golem.
Mechanized
What if the
creature.
golem is the artifact?
That could be, yeah.
Yo, what if it's a crystal?
Like a staff insert into an aboleth magic item. Staff insert into the.
Oh, well, I was thinking like instead of it being a gem, the thing is carved out of the crystal, and it's actually the thing is an artifact and a monster at the same time.
That's creepy.
You know, and then like so there might be certain conditions for like who can command it or who can control it. Maybe there's like a command circlet or something that has been used to control this thing.
Yeah.
It could either be
like
lost.
the Shield Guardians.
Yeah, very much like that. But it's set for if no one else is if no one else is behind the wheel, it is, which might be truly, truly horrible.
Yeah, this control device overrides the item's will, but if there's no one in the area that can exert its will over
it does
it's
as
like,
it sees fit.
It does
whatever,
what it
I'll do
wants.
what I want.
You know, and maybe
And I want abominations.
you know, maybe like how this thing could be introduced is maybe they're looking for the circlet.
Oh yeah, it's lost.
Yeah, the circlet, which is
So that's the reason
like
why.
a ring.
But don't worry, there's only one of them. Right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's only one control thing.
So like, and it gives you a way to introduce the encounter at different levels, like you know the solo or the solo pair, or you know a small group,
Or raiding party.
yeah, or you know up until the whole big shebang, and you know then you have to find out what they're looking for, or maybe you have to get it back. You have to figure out how to destroy it. It may or may not require a mountain with a volcanic activity. I don't know. But yeah, so you could make a whole campaign arc out of this, and you know it may just start off with investigating, you know, a lone marauder, you know, waylaying travelers as it looks for the circlet.
And, pockets any other magic things it sees.
Well, yeah, the Chuul because they're actually the perfect servitors for this thing, because they're going to seek out magic to bring back to it.
So it amasses all kinds of magical goodness, wealth, while also looking for its command circlet.
Yeah, and then like you could also you could introduce other things into this story arc, like an aboleth that's at odds with this with these guys, because maybe it's actually able to override the genetic coding of the Chuul to where it would answer to the aboleths normally, but because of this thing has sway over them, it's blocking it, which is probably like a huge insult to the aboleth.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I like this.
I like it too.
So yet again, one of our let's create something videos comes into world building as well.
Well, it should, especially anything you do that's unique in your game has the potential to springboard other adventures, new and exciting things in your campaign world, or hell, even if you're playing in Forgettable Realms, it could be something that only is in your version of the Forgettable Realms campaign setting.
And if you're making something and you're doing work for your campaign or for pretty much anything, why not make it part of your campaign?
Oh, I absolutely agree.
Yeah, double, triple, quadruple duty whenever you can.
Quadruple duty is my favorite.
Comes back into that lazy DM.
Exactly. So, guys, what do you think of these bestest of friends? You can let us know in the comments below. While you're at it, like, share, and subscribe.
You can check us out on nerdarchy.com.
Also join the conversation over on Reddit.
So until next time, stay nerdy.